All right, welcome back to the Starfighter podcast with Dom and Jake. Um, this is like our third time
Third time.
going live tonight. We just finished watching Tales of the Jedi, and we wanted to do it live. We wanted to do that live watch party life, like so many other YouTubers do. But well, we're so dang big here on the internet that YouTube is trying to hold us down.
They're trying to keep us down, Dom. What's up with that?
Before we kind of talk about the episodes a little bit, let's go on a little rant here for just a minute. I mean,
I'll rant. You want me to rant?
Yeah, go for it.
What's this about, YouTube? What the heck? Okay. We got just we ain't big, okay? We got just a couple people trying to roll through. Okay. Check it out. We're trying to clip it as best we can. Put that 10-second in, pop out, bounce in later. Don't know what the issue is. All right. People do it all the time on YouTube. Okay. And they're big. Is it because we need to sign a waiver? Send me that waiver I need to sign. I don't give it.
Send it.
Send it. Send it. If not, send Dom the instructions so he knows what to do next time. But I'm mad. I'm upset.
What is it?
Okay?
10 seconds? Is it 11 seconds? Is it 12.5 seconds?
Do we have to put a logo in front of it? What is it? What do we need to do? Let us know. But regardless, shame on you, YouTube, okay?
There was no point of taking our stream down so many times.
We tried.
Anyways, I'm gonna put all of them together so you guys will be able to see our live reactions to the episodes. I guess there's gonna be some light spoilers.
Heavy spoilers.
If you haven't seen it. Or you know what? Heavy spoilers in this review.
We're going deep into the lore tonight. This is Starfighter Podcast After Dark, okay? We're going straight up in there.
I don't know.
We're gonna go. No, we're going in, okay? We're getting deep into this theory lore because I have questions and I need answers. And I think there were some mistakes and some liberties taken. All right, I got some quarrels with the show. Okay, I'm gonna let them be known.
Also, real quick, do you think this would have happened if we streamed on Twitch?
No, Twitch is awesome. Okay, that's what I know. YouTube.
Because I get like I was kind of definitely
copyright. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
the
was
first
episode. I was kind of pirating.
Okay, let's just get this clear on the first.
I was pirating, but it was an accident. I was so invested in the show, like that doesn't count, and I'm not making any money off of it.
No, you're not. But I loved it. It was you were playing the whole episode,
dude. You could have on the
first. I was waiting.
You could have said something.
I was like,
dude.
I'm gonna turn this off. The whole first episode, I was like, all right, maybe we need to chill. I'm just playing the whole thing.
Dude, and then the second one, it was going so well.
It was, but then that one scene, and I even said it. I was like, I think that was way too long of a scene.
Dude, because that's the problem. That's the problem, because once it got to the really good part, I didn't want to stop. I was like, no. I was like, let the people enjoy it. Let the audience and everyone enjoy this as much as I am. So instead of 10 seconds, maybe I went for like 40 seconds. Maybe I went for like 40 seconds.
You did. You're like, oh, dude, they were just cutting up people, and Dom was like, all right, let this be known.
And it was it was like towards the end of the episode. and then YouTube emails me again for the second time and says, guess what? We're stopping your live stream again because you don't get the point. And I was like, I did so much better this time. What do you want? I let off the gas. Like, I did so much better. And it's not good enough, YouTube.
You were doing good. Okay. So we made it through the whole second episode, didn't we? That's what I'm saying. And then in the third episode is when they were like, okay, you're showing way too much. Like we already made it like a long time, I believe.
Did we? I don't even remember.
Because you told me second episode was the first Dooku episode, and we didn't get copyrighted at all through like that entire episode, right? Or were we already done and we didn't care anymore?
I don't even remember.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, regardless, I thought we did a great job. I thought we got copyright on the first one, and then got through the second episode fine, and then it was just on the third episode you showed that whole like 45 seconds. So like, all right, dude, like we need to calm down. Which makes it funnier because there's definitely somebody at YouTube watching this video right now, possibly, because they're like, so they're listening. All right, let Dom know. He needs to know.
They're not gonna say anything. They don't care.
No, send them the email. Quick, easy essay. Boom. Shoot it to him.
It was just that 1 40-second scene.
And right then I was like, dude, that was way too. I was like, I knew.
I know you're like, that was way too long. And
it was too good though.
And like a couple minutes later, they emailed me again.
It happens to the best of them, man.
And now I'm just kind of in this mindset. I'm trying to beat the system, you know? Just want to beat the system.
Let's do it. We gotta beat the algorithm as well. We gotta start posting.
We might have to go over.
We got kicked off YouTube. No, you should actually post this, and the thumbnail should be we got kicked off YouTube, and we have 10 people that watch us. Check out this crazy story. Dude, and people will click on that like money. Okay, they're gonna jump on that. It's gonna be
So yeah, we apologize to our 10 fans.
Yeah, whatever. It happens. We're too big. You know. I understand YouTube.
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't know. I don't get it, dude.
Yeah. Well, besides YouTube, we had a great night watching Tales of the Jedi.
Dude, would Twitch have kicked us off? Sorry, I'm still not done. Would Twitch have kicked us off?
Probably. I mean, you played the whole first episode, the first thing. I mean, it was literally the entire first episode.
Well,
I was like,
no one was saying anything. No one was saying anything. They weren't saying anything. So I was like, well,
why don't YouTube jump in the chat and say, hey, listen, calm down, fella. You know, that's all we needed.
In the past, when I've pushed the boundaries before, when I've walked that fine line, which I love to do.
He's dangerous. Dom Dangerous. Okay, yeah. That's his name.
Yeah. You know, that's me. I love to walk that line. In the past, they'll ease into it. They'll be like, hey, slow your roll, lay off the gas a little bit. You know what I mean?
I get it.
They'll give me a slap on the wrist, but this time they're like, no, you're done. Just like immediately. Your show, it's done. Not cool.
No, I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, I do from the first time they did it, but the second time it was like a little slip up. And, you know, maybe just at least we didn't get flagged. Like, we didn't get striked. You know,
the first time was a slip up. Like I said,
the first time was
a slip up.
The whole episode. Oh my God.
Dude, it was pirating, but it was unintentional.
I mean, if you could just get on YouTube, you could watch the whole first episode, basically, is what happens. So, it's not the best episode, so they probably let it play forever. And they were like, let this guy show it. It was the worst one.
It was actually the worst one. Yeah, so they should have let it go.
Yeah, so if anyone gathered, because I can't tell by Dom's Tales of the Jedi YouTube chill out, it sounds like we're chilling out, but we're actually enraged.
No, we're telling them, literally, chill the heck out.
No, calm down now. Okay? Put your big boy pants on. Go to school.
That's what we're saying. Off the gas quite a bit. In that second episode.
Dude, you freaking...
But when it gets to a good part,
You did so good the second episode, I feel like, yeah. And then you just lost it.
it got to that awesome part, and I was just like, yeah, let
45
it play.
seconds of the episode, let it happen. That's like a whole 20% of the episode because they're like so short. You know, you got to calm down. It happens.
I don't know.
Maybe so we're 11 minutes into this live.
Maybe we'll pirate
still
it on Twitch next time. I don't know.
We're 11 minutes in. Dom didn't want to rant in the beginning, and now we're 11 minutes in, still talking about YouTube, and I love it.
All right, let's move on.
We can't.
Let's move on.
We gotta let the people know. You gotta protest. We gotta get in the streets. Okay, we gotta let the public know what happened.
Dude, I'm so sick of YouTube's crap. I really am. I really
Don't talk to me about it because I know. Yeah, I get it. You said crap, they're gonna probably strike us. You gotta calm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check my email. Let me refresh. It's probably there.
Yeah, dude, check it, please. Dear, you're scaring me, dude.
They only like to email me when they feel like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're always doing something wrong, dude.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It's Dom Dangerous. He's always doing something a little crazy.
I mean, I'm trying.
You said you push the lines. He pushes the boundaries. That's what he does. That's why we love this channel.
I meant
be the co-pilots.
I meant like the algorithm lines. I meant like the.
Oh yeah, they just don't like us.
I meant the copyright lines.
Yeah, I think YouTube's racist. Is what it is. But
yeah, they're racist against two white guys. Am I right?
Well, my last name's Dominguez, right? So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So Torres, Dominguez, what's going on here, YouTube? What's happening?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Figure your racism out.
Who's our one person watching? Is it Dom?
Yeah. See, just another reason why they need to chill out.
Just calm down, folks. Okay, we need.
It's like we have 10 fans, and only 2 were watching the stream.
Yeah, why don't you help us out? Okay, give us a warning. Say maybe you guys need to be doing this. Okay, you guys are being a little excessive. Not we're gonna cut. You know, just let us know. Let us know what to do. I can't read, so send it to Dom. You know.
All right, ready to get into it. Tales of the Jedi. We'll circle back at the end, maybe.
Yeah, I can rant for hours. Okay, don't get me started on this.
Well, we might have to do some more stuff on our Twitch channel. Quite honestly,
I'm sure you could clip a lot of that and put it into the Twitch channel.
If they won't let me play, the entire episodes on here, I'm going to Twitch.
If you put that on Twitch, just clip that and put it on Twitch. Like people will be like, "Oh, who are these people? Like, what is going on?" And they're like, "I'm just saying."
Maybe they will start paying me for pirating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
and we'll have so many viewers pay for it.
They're like, I don't even need a Disney Plus account. These guys just watch the whole episodes and put it up.
Yeah, but we're here. We're here.
Yeah. Same day access.
We don't give a flarkin. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I'll do it in 2 parsecs, dude. Whatever that means. Let's hit it.
Tales of the Jedi. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a mess.
Oh, here we go. You were liking it. Now you're saying it's a mess.
No, I mean our side, the production side. It was a little bit of a mess. Like audibly and visually, and I could definitely.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna piece everything back together and put that out. You know.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I know everything. I just when I watch it again the second time, I'm gonna watch it probably like on my iPad, 10 inches from my face, with my headphones on, blasting, and I'm gonna rope myself into it because, but Jeebus, okay, this guy, I don't know who made this, by the way.
Filoni.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
it was super Filoni. That was like I just okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was full of Filoni.
Dude, you're full of baloney, dude. Get out of here, bro. You're full of baloney. Okay. No, I love that. Yeah, it was full of baloney for sure.
Shout out to Dave.
But Big D, let's go, Dave.
Shout out to Dave Baloney.
Dave Baloney, he killed it. So yeah, I loved it, dude. We talked about it in the middle of, if you watch, if videos come out and you hear it, I was saying that like they should make these, quite frankly.
Yeah, if
like
the videos come out, if like the pre-taped
if they
ones that we
ever
did, if they come out and YouTube allows them to stay up on our channel here,
yeah,
then you'll know.
You'll know. But I just think 100%, dude. Like, okay, this whole series, I'll rant for a second, but yeah, this whole series, I feel as if they could have made, like, just put Dave Filoni in charge of Star Wars. I can't handle it anymore. I'm a Denver Broncos fan. My team sucks right now. Things are going down the drain because their coach. Okay, I understand what it means to have a poor leader. All right, and terrible quarterback. So we need Dave Filoni to get behind the helm, I think, for sure. Because if they would have made this live action, these movies would have been incredible. The whole Dooku arc, they could have made that into like at least two movies, and had it called like the Chronicles of Dooku or something, or whatever. Like I would have enjoyed that so much. And then like every 2 years, one comes out, 2 years later it comes out, hit me with that. Chilling. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
And if you guys do anything above that, cool. Like that arc was amazing in the whole story. Gosh, I can't continue talking, but it was crazy. Did you like Dooku's or Ahsoka's story more? I guess I'll ask you.
Oh, definitely Dooku's, and that's what I was most excited for too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like, I just talked for like 5 seconds about it, but
dude, it was dark. It was gritty. I mean, Dooku. I've said it before. I'm gonna repeat myself a little bit here because I don't. Hopefully, the videos that we did will come out and they won't take them down. But Dooku's a super underrated character. Super interesting, known as being like really high regarded as like just like an incredible Jedi Master, known for being a great Jedi Master, known for being like the best swordsman in the Jedi Order. And we get to see some of that. We get to see him in action, and then really the best part about it is we get to see his fall to the dark side. I kind of wish that they had done a little bit more, because I was thinking that it was gonna like we kind of missed some of it. You know what I mean? Like we didn't fully see him make the turn. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Like he was already in cahoots. Like towards the end of his story arc, he was already in cahoots with Palpatine, and I kind of thought that maybe we'd see him like meet Palpatine for the first time, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they kind of glossed over that, but it's fine.
There were some things they glossed over. I didn't want to get too nitpicky. I'm trying to figure out a flow for this live, but we can get nitpicky. Want to get a little nitpicky, but
I mean, if we're talking about YouTube again, then I want to get really nitpicky.
Oh shoot! Clap back, baby! Clap back! Get that on camera, YouTube. All right. Anyways, back to the show. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was dark. I thought it was way better than Ahsoka's. I kind of want to like go through your rankings, honestly, of what you thought were the best episodes.
Yeah, and just to break it down real quick, episode 1, intro to.
Or do you? Yeah, let's go through them then. Let's go through it. You want to go through them a little bit here?
Yeah. Do you have the titles up, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have the titles up.
Episode 1.
Like, okay. Yeah.
Intro to Ahsoka, baby Ahsoka. Really, it was kind of like recycled Bambi,
Life and Death,
Jungle Book,
Yeah.
and Tarzan. There was a lot of like, and yeah, we're partially joking, but also not really. At the same time, there's like a lot of very similarities. Very, there's a lot of similarities with those like Disney movies.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like a jumbled mess for me. So I liked it, I
I still liked
guess.
it. It
Yeah, I mean,
looks
it was
great.
okay.
This whole series looks great, and the music is incredible too.
Yeah.
I think it's Kevin Kiner. I believe he's the composer. Um,
It took me a second to get back into the graphics for sure. For me, like I was like, okay, it was very because Clone Wars, the season 7 was so good that it
yeah.
kind of this one was definitely a step below it for sure.
Do you think
But
so?
I thought so. At least at the beginning, I did. Like that first episode just looked kind of janky. I didn't like what they did with the cat, but
Oh,
um,
but dude, those little dog bears or whatever they were,
I mean, they looked terrible, but I wanted one still. So
I didn't think they looked terrible. I thought they were kind of cute.
no, I thought they were cute, but I just thought like graphic wise they were subpar. That's all.
So yeah, that first episode kind of just okay. Um, and yeah, we were kind of talking about it too. It's weird the choices that they made, like how it started with Ahsoka's story,
Like the
and
first
then the
one, yeah,
and then the next three are about Dooku, and then the last two are about Ahsoka. And Ahsoka's storyline and Dooku's have nothing to do with each other's, so it's just weird because we're thinking, okay, if they're splitting them up like this, are they gonna like um, somehow connect later on? But no.
it didn't happen.
But whatever. Episode 2, is episode 2 your favorite? I almost feel like you liked it a little more than 4. I do think 4 is the best, but episode 2 second best for me. Um, young
Yeah,
Dooku and young Qui-Gon go on a mission, and they're trying to save like the sun's senator at the time.
yeah,
And yeah, it's like super eerie and dark. This town really like raggedy and run down, and then like they get into this altercation with like I think that it was the senator and the officers, right?
yep, yeah, yeah. So they like find him. Yeah, they go to this town. They walk into a bar. They find out that like the people in the town are just run down. They go out to the barn where they're keeping the kid, and the kid's like, "Yeah, I understand why these people are so upset. You know, my dad is not taking care of them, blah blah." And yeah, dad shows up with like an army at this point, and the kid's you know still chained up. He starts shooting all the villagers, and there Dooku is sitting like contemplating, what am I doing? And the dad says something very profound where he's like, well, you work for the Senate like you work for me. He's like, no, I work for the people of the Senate. You know, he doesn't work for like the higher power
Yeah.
uh, of these different places that he's coming to help. He works for the actual people there. And so it showed me like his heart was always in the right place for like whatever he was doing in the Star Wars universe. You know, like we talked about this if it comes out, but yeah, Dooku,
Right. Right.
you know, was always for the people. Is kind of like his, if he was running for an office, it'd be like for the people, I guarantee it. This guy totally had to sacrifice a lot, and we'll see in episode 4 what that means. But yeah, episode 2 was amazing. I thought it was a very insightful episode into who he was when he
Mm-hmm.
was with the Jedi Council, and he like couldn't fully be, I guess, himself. He was still kind of fighting it, but I think that honestly could have been like where he was at his best. Because like obviously he was still fighting for good, but he knew the boundaries, like he knew what limits there were in this like wavy line, this gray area.
He was
You know
kind
what
of
I
like
mean?
me. He was kind of like me in YouTube. You know what I mean? He's walking that fine line. He's trying to push it.
He
He's
knew.
like, you know what? I'm gonna start dabbling into the dark side. I'm gonna start choking these guys out.
And guess what? He choked out the dad.
Yeah.
And the kid had to come out and save his dad, and Dooku realized at that point he couldn't be completely evil, but he kind of wanted to be. Like, he knew that he wanted to get rid of these people that were in the galaxy.
It was
And
like
so, like,
me
that was his.
earlier.
Yeah, Dom, he flipped it. I've never seen him, guys.
Earlier
He
this
cussed.
evening, I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pirate a lot, and then I was
yeah.
like, okay, I'll pirate just a little bit.
And then he did, and then he said, "I'm gonna pirate the whole thing."
Yep.
He gave into it big time. But so I don't know. I loved it. I love the episode. I don't know if it's my favorite, but definitely tied, I think.
And I said it too that it's just really cool because you could see the influence that he has on Qui-Gon too, and how it influences Qui-Gon's character in Phantom Menace.
Yeah, very cool episode.
And then we got episode 3, and this is kind of like a cool investigation story. One of the Jedi Masters, has been killed, and so this is still
It kind
kind
of
of
sounds like a
a
new
younger.
series that we're watching where someone in the brigade gets killed.
I know this could have been a really cool, like longer series too. So like younger age, maybe middle age. Yeah, like middle age Dooku and Mace Windu. Um, it's them on the mission here, trying to investigate, what happened to one of their masters, and the people that are kind of responsible for it are kind of saying one thing, but they're actually behind it, and then they kind of turn against them, and again, Dooku's ready to kind of like unleash his anger. And you get to see some cool action scenes. Like I mentioned, he's like the best swordsman that they have at the time, and you get to see that. So really cool. It was just also interesting to me that Mace wasn't on the council yet, but that then towards the end is where we really get this interesting awakening, I guess, for Mace Windu. You want to kind of like break that down a little bit?
No, I'm just saying it's mind blowing. Yeah.
It's pretty
Sure.
crazy.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Because Dooku still if I didn't say it before, doesn't really trust the Jedi Council. Like, he's very gray. He's not a Sith. He doesn't trust the Jedi. He wants to do his own thing. I guess kind of like Anakin, but Anakin wanted to overthrow and rule everyone, where Dooku just seemed like he wanted people to be free of everything. But it's crazy because he's there and he knows what he has to do. Like, that's what I'm saying. He'll blur the line of anything that Jedi do, and he gets them to admit that the protectors, the soldiers of whatever this guy was that were influencing him, quote unquote, he gets them to admit that they were like doing that and they got hired, right? And they said they wanted to do it for their own place, but I think that it was more so like at the end of the episode, Dooku confronts Mace Windu, and he's like, "Hey, like, you're gonna get a seat if she died." And Dooku's like,
Yeah.
"I had no idea. Like, I just learned about it, right?" And so he's like, "That's like so interesting. All right, like,
Or
okay,
Mace
sure."
Mace. You mean Mace said he had no idea,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, what I say, Dooku?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mace said I said Windu. Sorry, Windu. Mace Windu. Windu said I should probably just call him Mace though. Mace just said, um, yeah, like, I had no idea, and he's still sitting there like questioning, like, what was his motives, like, was he part of this? Did he set this all up to kill her so he could take the seat? So he was already thinking that there was going to be a power that's going to overthrow the Jedi, which was so interesting. Like, he already, if there wasn't someone coming from the inside, he always suspected, like, he was always the best Jedi. I don't know what happened. I mean, we do kind of know what happened by the story, but they kind of skip on a little bit of it. where I wish they would have shown us what he was doing in that year. We'll get to it, but after this episode and the start of the next episode, I was like, okay, like he made a jump here, but anyways, so
yeah, that was interesting, just to see if like
I think Mace did it.
Did he have like kind of like an ulterior motive a little bit,
Hashtag Mace did it. That's what I'm saying. Put it on Twitter.
I don't know.
Dude, and then he's trying to kill Palpatine. He wanted all the power, dude.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say for sure, you know what I mean? But it does seem kind of sketch, because Dooku does call him out at the end, and it does seem kind of sketch, like, like Mace knew. But yeah, Mace Windu definitely was not perfect.
You make a great point.
By any means.
No, but you make a great point. He did call him out, and I feel like if anyone knew if someone it would be Mace Windu, and I think that
and Dooku's very intelligent.
Sorry, too. I think it'd be Dooku. Yeah, I think it'd be Dooku.
Very intelligent. So yeah, for him to call him out, like it's. I think it's worth us, talking about it.
It's gonna be debated on the internet, dude, for thousands of years.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool little like awakening to canon.
Yeah. No, it's interesting for sure, dude. I don't know.
Because also he did. In the canon, and like I think they talk about it in some of the comics, but Mace Windu definitely has the potential of being on the dark side. It kind of has to do with his lightsaber color, but basically he's able to kind of like, he does tap into the dark side, but he's able to kind of like keep it under wraps and channel it for good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely not a perfect Jedi by any means. And even Yaddle admits that the Jedi don't do things quite right sometimes, which that's episode 4. So I think we can get into that.
Yeah, I'm down.
And yeah, everyone's talking about this episode online. It was the one that I was most excited to watch.
Hey, YouTube, look at all of our viewers right now. Mega. Fuck you. I mean,
Jake. Now we're going down for sure.
I'll take this.
Oh my god, Jake.
I'll take this strike.
Yeah, give Jake the strike. Don't give me the strike.
Yeah, give me the strike. I'm sorry, that was out of line, YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the good news is no one heard it. If a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? That's the question.
It's a family-friendly show, Jake. Or it used to be. Shoot. You froze. You froze, but
I know. They're trying to take me out one way or two.
It was a family-friendly show, Jake, or at least it used to be.
That's been a slip up in a long time on this show. Okay. To all my Flarkin fans out there, that was not cool.
Okay. moving ahead.
Let's just
episode 4. Episode 4. Yeah, Dooku and Yaddle. This is kind of like their story. This is the first time we ever get any like real content with Yaddle, so that was pretty cool. Let's see.
I'm just waiting for your phone to vibrate.
Why?
A YouTube email. Just to let you know we cut your channel off.
Right.
Lord. Okay, yeah. Yaddle. This one was crazy, dude.
What was the timeline in the very beginning? Because it does jump.
I had it on my phone. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Oh yeah.
So this one is
in the beginning,
called the Sith Lord.
right? So in the beginning, um, Yaddle is talking to Dooku, saying,
Well,
you
she's
know,
talking to Qui-Gon. And then Dooku comes up, right? And it's like, what are you guys talking about, basically? It's kind of
wait,
weird.
is she?
Yeah, she's talking to Qui-Gon. And he just got
Yeah, maybe so. Either
told like
way, yeah.
his plan won't work. And Dooku's like, oh, they told you your plan, like they didn't believe you about the Sith guy, Darth Maul, in the desert. And then he was like, yeah, they didn't believe me. And he's like, oh, of course. And Yaddle's standing. Okay, come on, Tom. Remember.
No, they were Dooku. No, that's not what happened.
That's 100% what happened. 100%.
Jake, hang on. Hear me out.
Okay, let me hear you out.
People were talking in the temple, and Dooku's like wondering what's going on, and either Yaddle or the librarian, one of the two, tells him that
Yes.
that
Yes.
it's about his apprentice. Like, did you hear that he ran into a Sith Lord? And then
No, but before that, do you remember what happens? Or are you going into it? Are you remembering it differently?
I might be remembering it differently just a little bit. But anyways, at some point here, Dooku, Yaddle, and Qui-Gon are talking about
Okay, you're remembering it differently.
his
Something
run-in
else.
with Maul.
Hold on. He goes in and shows him deleting the planet. Remember that Obi-Wan's looking for? What was that planet?
What?
Remember, like on the map?
No, that's not possible.
No, it shows him. Remember, he goes into the archives, and then remember in episode Clone Wars, and so that's where it starts. Is him going in there and doing it, and then him talking to them about him finding some like an apprentice of a Sith Lord, and then that's when he goes up and checks out like what the heck's going on with Qui-Gon. And
bro,
that's what was so crazy.
Bro, I
was
didn't
like,
even
callback.
catch that. I didn't even catch that the first time.
Oh yeah,
that is awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. So anyways,
that is super cool. Yeah. Great Easter egg right there.
Yeah.
But yes,
cool.
So then they're talking about how Qui-Gon's ran into a Sith Lord, and at first we weren't 100% sure the timeline. But then they talked about how it was on Tatooine. So then we're like, okay, so it was right after he ran into him when he picks up Anakin, and then Maul chases after them on the speeder bike. So it's right after that.
And guess what, Star Wars? We're all sick of hearing about Tatooine. All right, we've had way too much Tatooine experience.
There's only one planet in the Star Wars galaxy.
Straight up, it's Tatooine. That's like Jerusalem. Okay, everyone's hiking there. Let's go. Seriously.
So yeah. Oh, another interesting point is that at this time, Dooku has not met Obi-Wan yet, because Qui-Gon is talking about him a little bit, talking him up a little bit, and Dooku's like, I'll have to meet him. So that was kind of interesting. And then I think right after that is when we get the time jump, right?
Yeah.
So talk about this scene when he's in front of the tree, because you remembered it.
Yeah, another Easter egg for sure.
Callback,
if you I'm pretty sure that it's Clone Wars.
Is it the episode where Anakin is having the visions about, or he's like, he might be having some dreams, but I think he's also like talking to Qui-Gon, or he's hearing Qui-Gon, like hearing or seeing him in his dreams. Perhaps?
Honestly, now that I think about it, it might be Yoda.
Oh, it might be Yoda
when he was going through his trials and he regrets not saying anything to Dooku at that funeral.
Oh,
and so it's like a callback to that scene.
I think I remember that.
And I think because I remember that tree, and I remember there being like a fight between them, and then it's like fake, and he's like, I think it's Yoda. So
he talks to Dooku, doesn't he? I mean, I'm sorry, Yoda talks to Qui-Gon in that episode too, I believe.
yeah, so he's like going through it, and he's like, "Why don't you stop him?" You know, and like all this stuff. And I think it's like him wrestling with different things in his past, and Yoda's like fighting this like whatever spirit demon. And I think that's one of the scenes where he regrets knowing that Dooku's going down a wrong path because he was Dooku's master, and so he knew that Dooku was this kind of person, and so it's just a straight callback to that. And it was really cool to see, honestly. From Dooku's perspective, when he was coming in, you already knew too that Dooku already talked to everyone and set that up, and so Yoda was picking up on it, like clearly Yoda knew something. He didn't know exactly what, but I think it was like cool to see both sides of what was going on in that situation. Big callback for sure. And Yaddle was the one that actually maybe Yoda said something to Yaddle to get her to be like, okay, like yeah. And Yaddle picked up on it in the hallway. And so so maybe Yaddle told Yoda about it, and Yoda's like, okay, like check this guy out. Because he was already feeling kind of weird about him. Okay. That happened. But yeah,
So
I think it's
did
so
they
interesting.
remind me? Did they go to Qui-Gon's funeral? Because this is after Qui-Gon dies by Maul. Did they go to the funeral?
Well, they are doing the fire thing for Qui-Gon. They didn't show it in this this series, so I'm assuming he did, but they didn't show it because they already showed it. Maybe, you know what I mean? Because he left in the ship, and I think the planet that he was going to was that, and then it showed him back in Coruscant with the tree, with the Yaddle.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that was like an after party or like after party, but you know, like I just don't know if like that was
Yeah,
what
I
they
hear
did
what you're
after
saying.
or what, you know what I mean? But I just thought it was a nice callback. I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting.
So then he gets in the ship and he's flying to see Palpatine, to see Sidious.
Which okay, I have questions. Raise my hand. I got one.
Hit me with it.
This okay, because I'm blown away if this is the actual story. And I need you to verify this. Is this the end of episode 2 when he goes and talks to him? And does
No.
Yaddle show up at that point? Or is this like a completely different time? Because if that's the case, like that makes sense.
No, this is still earlier. This is still closer to Phantom Menace timeline. Because when he goes to meet up with him at the end of Attack
But
of the
it's been
Clones.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Plus he would have had the red saber already. He still has his blue saber.
True.
So he is
But is that the same hangar? Is like that the same place?
I think it might be. Okay. But yeah, so it's like even though we didn't see like the initial like what turned him and what well, I guess we kind of know what turned him a little bit. Like part of it is he's kind of like drifting away from the Jedi Order. That's part of it too. But we can still tell that this is very early, even just by the fact that he still has his blue lightsaber. He doesn't have his red one just yet.
True. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess he killed Yaddle pretty easy on, and that was one of my conflicts. Is in actual stories that everyone wants to be legends and legend stories. Yaddle dies some other way, doing something, saving people from Anakin, doing something, and so they mess with that a little. But it's Filoni. He worked out well, and not to spoil anything, but I almost lost my head watching this episode. Okay.
Well, what do you think about the battle? The battle with Yaddle.
Awesome. Yeah, the battle with Yaddle. Battle of Yaddle. That's what you can call it. R.I.P. baby. Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it was yeah, by how they shot everything, it was very much Yaddle was on the defense, and Dooku was like rising to power, and he was letting his hatred kind of take over him at that point. which pushed him to the dark side.
But he was also upset with Sidious too um
It was
because
weird, wasn't it?
Sidious thinks initially that Dooku has brought Yaddle and to fight him, and that both of them are like in on it together, and he's like no, and he's like why don't you trust me? And he's like, yeah, you're right. I still don't trust you. And Dooku's like, he's like, why? I've literally turned my back on everyone. I've betrayed everyone that I've cared about. Um, it was him. We know for a fact it was him that killed Sifo-Dyas, which is who Obi-Wan's initially investigating in Attack of the Clones, and we also hear about that in the Clone Wars show too.
Yeah.
But it was Dooku that killed Sifo-Dyas. It was Dooku that put together the clone army. Um, and then, like you mentioned at the beginning of this episode, it was Dooku who erased the planet for Kamino
Yeah.
to not show up in the archives.
I honestly just want to give props to Dave Filoni right now because I think the sequels tried to do it, but they couldn't do it. And I think that he did it so well where it's in that moment. I mean, dear Qui-Gon Jinn, okay? I don't even know what to say right now. But the intensity that I felt in that moment between that conversation, just to like reverse it back a little bit with Qui-Gon and Yaddle, was insane. Um, I thought he really kind of made you believe that Dooku could change back, even though we already knew. Like that's what so many shows suck at doing nowadays. Lord of the Rings, cough cough, Rings of Power. They like you could have the same. You can go back and tell a story and have it be intense with like a new angle. Where like, oh my god, like this must have been so hard for Dooku at this point because like he knows he's kind of stuck in the situation. They did that well in the original Star Wars with Vader in like the like episode 6, right? Where he's trying to decide between his son and stuff like that and the power that he's already like gonna go achieve or whatever he's doing. I don't know. He kind of sucks in that whole franchise 1 through 3 kind of guy. Um but you know what I mean? Like I just thought that conversation and how she was talking to him was like, I don't like it either. You know, like I feel the same way that you do, but I'm not taking it like I'm not going down the same path that you're going down. And so I just thought that all of that was so good, like how they did it and how they talk to each other, all that fun stuff. But that's why I loved episode 4 because it was so heartbreaking because you knew Dooku really didn't want to do it, but he felt like he needed to do it, you know? So he had to figure that whole situation out, and that's why an episode in Clone Wars, I feel like, I guess, since we know it's after, is why he's like, I don't want to do this to you. Like, this does not bring me joy. I'm not trying to torture you, Obi-Wan. Like, I want you to be on my side, and I want you to fight against, the Lord Sidious and take him down, because I don't want the Jedi and I don't want a Sith Lord. I just want there to be, so it kills me. I just thought there was
I
much
guess
in
I'm
that,
not.
dude. I just thought that.
Yeah, I guess I'm not 100% on the same page because I still feel like he does ultimately, because all Sith want, they want more power, and they crave it. So I do think that there was always still good in Dooku, yeah, but I do think that he did make like a full change to the dark side at the same time.
So I'm not saying he didn't change to like the dark side. Um, I think that was his moment, but I thought it was way more impactful than Anakin's "I want to cut off the hand and have you shoot him out a window" kind of thing. I thought it was a lot more like Sidious in his head. Like I just enjoyed the battle mentally.
Yeah,
Almost between
because then
Sidious and
Yaddle,
Yaddle.
yeah, because even Yaddle was kind of like trying to reason with him, or and like she admitted like you were right, you're right about these things too, And
Yeah.
and she was even saying, even though you did these things, like these bad things, like it'll be okay. Like you can make up for it right now,
Yeah.
um, by fighting with me. And like that was his chance too. Like that was his last
That's
chance to
That's
make
it
things
was
right.
total Anakin moment where he's like, "Come on, like you know this guy, like I'm gonna kill him because." But it was a lot more harsh, aka the guy that stole his seat on the council because he killed another Jedi, Mace Windu. All right, let's not get that out of our heads. That's who it was. But still, But it was a lot more impactful. Yeah, like and you just knew Yaddle couldn't do anything, and she when they even mocked her for wanting to run away, she said, like screw you, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm staying here and I'm going to fight and I'm going to make him kill me because if he's on that side, like, he'll go to that length. And she even had hope in him that he wouldn't do it. And,
That's a good point.
Yeah. And it's like the whole scene, dude. That's what I'm saying. You can play that out in a movie perfectly. The whole 3 episodes of Dooku. Movie would have been beautiful. I would have bought so many tickets to each of those movies if they would have just spread that out more. Like, I don't know. I love Filoni.
Yeah,
I get the idea, but
it's a
like,
really good story in 15 minutes.
terrible, terrible decision. Make that into a movie. Stop wasting your
But
time.
I thought it was really good though. It even though it was only like 15 minutes, it's still really good.
And that's like that was so impactful for me as well. Like, I know you didn't get the whole Yaddle thing, but when she lifted up, that's what I'm saying. She lifted up the whole wall that he tried crushing her with, and then jumped in instead of out. Like, she made that choice to like jump in and be like,
Yeah,
"Listen, I'm defeated. Like, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Oh gosh, like no, like don't do it. Like because you already know what
that's a
Dooku's
good
gonna
point too.
do."
Yeah.
So like the whole episode, man, it was if you invest, like just think about it for like a little bit, you're like, okay, like all this is happening, like this is intense. Like
Yeah.
that's what I don't know if it's for kids because if you actually follow the lure, you're like, don't do it, Yaddle. If you watch
Right.
the like episode back, I'm screaming, don't do it, don't, no, don't. So, anyways,
um well, there's 2 more episodes, so let's go through those.
we'll hit them quick.
I do want to probably end the stream here soon.
We'll get out very quick. I'm sorry, that episode 4, the whole
No,
I'm over
don't be
Dooku
sorry. That
now.
Yeah.
That's all we got. 40
Um
minutes of Dooku.
but
Have my joy with it.
episode 5, we're back to Ahsoka for these last 2 episodes. Episode 5 um is kind of like this training sequence, this training session that's going on with her and Anakin, which is really cool. And it's a nod to one of the last episodes, her like last story arc in the Clone Wars, and it actually leads up into one of those scenes from the end season of Clone Wars. So pretty cool. I don't have a whole lot to say about it other than I really enjoyed it. But it is very simple. Like it was very like kind of the same thing mainly through the entire episode, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
You know, what the Ahsoka side made me feel? It made me feel like it was a tease. And I'll explain, especially with this episode. It made me feel like there was a lot more to explore with Ahsoka. They're coming out with a series, and they don't want to spoil it at all. So they just kind of did some jumps. They went, she's training, she was doing this, and then she's training again. And, and so they're like just jumping. I don't know if it's like for the show, but I feel like this was a very empty episode. The last part that I wanted to see, the most impactful scene, was probably 45 seconds, a minute long, with the we're going in, are you ready, like for your training? Like it all connected at the end, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. I was like, okay. And then I didn't get to see like their side of it, like from just a different angle, I guess, is what I mean. I was hoping for something crazy at the end there, at least 30 seconds before, But yeah, I don't know. felt empty. I was okay with it. We had that callback too, that Easter egg.
Yeah.
What's his face from Rebels?
Oh yeah. Kanan. We see
He
young
was
Kanan.
also he was at the beginning of
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, yeah.
Yep.
And that was cool. That opening scene from Bad Batch that's what I love to see. That's some gruesome. You don't want them to die, but they
So
got
actually, his name at the time is Caleb Dune. That's the name he goes by when he's younger, but he takes on the name Kanan later on when he's older.
Okay, that makes sense. But
So,
anyways,
last episode, pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Just okay.
I don't know. I'll ask you again before we get off here, and we'll go through it because that's what we're doing. But yeah, I was I thought,
kind of Ahsoka in hiding a little bit. Really cool.
She saves a girl with a barrel of hay falling on her.
Yeah.
Knocks
Well,
it all away, and then
even before that though, I thought it was cool how she shows up at Padme's funeral. That was a cool decision that they made. Really, this whole arc, even though some of them are more, some of them are just like not as good as others. Even these ones that aren't as great, they still have like these really cool Easter eggs and like these really cool moments that are like expanding the canon. Because I think that's such a great story decision for them to make, for her to actually go to show up at Padme's funeral, even though she needs to be in hiding at this point. And that was one of the best moments of this episode, I think, when Bale catches her because he spots her, and so after the funeral, he catches up to her and he's like, "You shouldn't be here. Like, why did you come?" And she's just like, "She was my friend," you know. And it makes you think back to Clone Wars, because there's so many episodes where she's either on missions with Anakin or Obi-Wan, or there's quite a few where she's with Padme, and they do have a friendship, and so you kind of think back to those episodes too. So it's really cool. I really like that.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. Being like, oh shoot, she was there.
Yeah.
I mean, besides one other part, but we'll get.
Yeah, and then she's kind of in hiding in this village, but I think we can kind of just fast forward to the end. Basically, one of the kids rats her out, and she runs
that was a good jump.
She runs into this Inquisitor, the first Inquisitor.
And Dom made a big scene of it. All right, let me tell you, Dom got dressed up in the same mask. He was all hyped up for it. Watch the video, you'll see. And he's like, "This is the first one. She's gonna die." And I was like, "I don't think so, man." We had bets going.
Oh.
And
he looked super cool.
Short. It was super cool, except for it was like 40, okay, total time probably 30 seconds on screen for this poor fella.
Yeah. You did kind of expect more. You expected more of a battle.
It was so bad because I was like, "Oh shoot, this guy's coming!" And then this is the first Inquisitor. I was like, "This guy's bad. He's coming." It was just don't.
Yeah, she just dodges some of his swings and then grabs his saber, takes his saber, and then cuts his head off, and that's it. Also, Jake is just completely frozen right now. Let's give him a second. Let's give Jake just a minute. Hopefully he'll come back to us. We'll see. There he is.
There I am.
You were frozen for a while there.
I know. I was trying to do everything in the books, dude. Okay.
So yeah, couple swings. She dodges it like nothing. Grabs a saber, cuts his head off. That was it. That was it.
That
Call it
was
a day.
it. His head deflated too. It was crazy. If you want to explain that to me, Dom, please, because I have no clue
Oh,
what's going on.
I didn't even
No flarkin'
realize
clue.
that. I didn't even realize that.
No flarkin' clue, dude. His head just, I don't know. I have no idea. It deflated. It just like disappeared. It was just like his mask, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, but then
Well,
at the end, Bale says, asks her something about like, getting back into the fight, basically.
mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool. That's how our series ends.
Yep. He says, "Are you ready to get back in the fight?" And she gives him the beacon thing that I guess he gave her, and
Yeah.
there we go. I have no idea. I was confused. Can you answer this? I guess so. At the very beginning of this episode, I was a little confused on the timing. I suppose because, but I gathered it a little bit. So after season 7 of Clone Wars, she crashes, and then Vader shows up, and that must be like months later. She's at Padme's
No, this
funeral,
is so
right?
this is after
No, so yeah. So episode 2 ends, and she's going into battle with all of them, and then the ship crashes, and she's on the ship with them, right? And then she buries her sabers in the snow. He said,
What do you
and
mean
so it's
episode
just like
2? What do you mean episode 2 ends?
episode 2 of Ahsoka, sorry, ends, and she's going in to like fight all the clones on the ship at the end of season 7.
But that's
And
not
so
episode 2. That's not episode 2.
episode 2 of Ahsoka, like episode 5. I'm trying to refer to them like in Ahsoka, like
I
one, two,
know, but
three.
it's a little confusing because that's like a 4-part arc, and it's literally the last 4 episodes of season 7.
No, but it ends right with her walking in. Episode 5 of this series ends with her walking in with Cody, right? Or I have no idea. And they go and fight all the clone troopers to get off the ship, but they don't get off the ship in season 7 of Clone Wars, right? And they crash, and then she finds
I
a
see
way
what you're
off.
saying.
So
Yes.
that happens, and then she somehow makes her way to the funeral, but she looks a lot older. I don't know why. I'll have to watch it again, but I was like, okay. So it seemed like maybe like even a few months jumped, but then you see Vader show up in season 7 of Clone Wars at the ship, and it seemed like that much later, but it must be like how soon, like it seemed, I don't know, whatever. It just seemed like everything kind of happened really quickly in like that time era, I suppose.
I think the whole snow thing at the end of Clone Wars where Vader finds her lightsabers is before the funeral.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have her lightsabers.
Yeah. Makes sense. I get it. Yeah. I mean, it made sense when I thought about it, but I was like, okay, like how long? It's just confusing mess for me.
What's your I think we can probably close things out here in just a minute.
Yeah.
What's your overall thoughts and like rating for the series?
Oh, that's tough. I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I wish I could see this in movie format instead of I guess is my complaint.
I'm gonna be rewatching these Dooku episodes a few times this week.
Oh, so good. So good.
I'm gonna watch them a couple more times. Yeah.
They capture that like Anakin torture where he doesn't want to be doing things, but he feels like he has to. And then, like I love how Filoni captured that. So
I don't think we're done with this series too. I think there's gonna be more. I'm looking forward to that.
I hope they do post episode 3, Mace Windu. where he's like beaten, has no hand, and is like a hermit trying to figure things out.
You think Mace is alive?
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%.
People have been speculating on that theory for a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stories out there they could pick from to do it. So
You guys can let us know in the chat if you guys think Mace Windu survived um, that fall in episode 3.
he
But
did.
yeah,
He did.
appreciate you guys tuning in, and it was a lot of fun. The series was a lot of fun. I had a great time watching it and reacting to it, and we will be piecing those recordings together, salvaging what we can, even though friggin' YouTube tried to shut us down, but
Freaking YouTube.
they can't stop us, man.
They're coming for you, YouTube.
Yeah. So, also, you know, it had been a while since we had done a show, but we're back, and I think we're gonna try. I know it's happened a couple times, but we enjoy doing the show. It's always a blast. Um, so we're gonna be trying to get back to our regular scheduled programming here on the channel at least once a week, and yeah, maybe we'll start up our stereo episodes again here and there. That'd be cool. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be doing some Andor reviews soon too, because we're behind on that, but
We have to.
we're gonna pick that up, and then we got some more exciting stuff, going on. So we got stuff in the works.
A lot of stuff. So hopefully we can figure it out.
Yep, for sure.
It's actually a lot of content.
Yeah.
We gotta just go live every day. That's what it is. That's it, man. We gotta go live. But yeah.
Well,
go
man.
watch Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Great
Dude,
series.
are you watching the new the new season?
Oh, yes. I stay up on Tuesday night until midnight to watch the first episode. Dude. I don't care about Marvel anymore, dude. I care about Game Changers. That's where my mind's at. Okay, 100%. Yeah. Are you watching it?
Oh, of course, man. I love Mighty Ducks.
Oh, dude, shut up! He's watching it now.
That's my team.
Dude,
no, dude. I watched it from the beginning. I watched the season 1.
Maybe we need to do like a review on Mighty Ducks because no one's given that show any love, and this show is fantastic. I'll rewatch it again for the 18th time. And
I might be down. Dude, that kid, what's his name? The podcaster kid? He is Nick? So funny. Yeah. He's so funny. He's a good actor.
I love him. He's probably my favorite. Him and the mom, I guess, work so well together. So they put him in season 2. But dude, I'm disappointed in what's going on in the team. I don't like the team dynamics right now. It's all breaking apart. I'm not digging it. I can see a few different paths for it that I'm envisioning so that I don't get bent out of shape, but a lot of them don't end well. And
dude, let's we might have to do a Mighty Ducks review.
Dude, I will theorize on that show daily with you if you want me to. I freaking love the Mighty Ducks show, dude.
Me too, gosh. Man. Okay, so we got some more content there.
I didn't know you're watching it like that.
Dude, I love Mighty Ducks. I've told you this. That's my team, man.
Dude, even if it's like 88 degrees outside in California here, I'll turn on the AC, blast it, grab some cocoa, jump in my bed, slap on the new episode. I don't care. I'll do it. Oh,
yeah, man.
It's great. It's great. It's great television.
I even started watching literally a few days ago. I started watching Mighty Ducks, the first one, and now I'm halfway through the second one, the movie. So
the second one's the USA team, right?
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
those are like comfort movies to me.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
We're off on a
No,
tangent here. You're
someone
tired.
asked me, I know, someone asked me the other day, like, what's your comfort movie? As like easy, Mighty Ducks.
You see Mighty Ducks, dude. It's
Mighty
such a
Ducks.
great film.
Yeah.
Perfect film.
If
You
I'm
can't
sick or
complain.
something, grab some soup, lay in bed, watch Mighty Ducks. That's it. That's it for me.
I love it. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Next time you're sick, invite me over. I'll make you some soup. We'll hang out.
Yeah, dude. Well, let's talk about game changers here soon. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, dude. That's going down the drain. Everyone knows it. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm upset.
I feel like this would be good on stereo too.
Oh, dude, no one even knows what it is. They're gonna be like, "What the heck are these guys talking about?
No,
Game
they will.
changers?"
They will.
Okay.
We'll find
Well,
some
let's
other
go on stereo.
Mighty Duck fans. So
Oh, few and far between, I feel like these days, but I love it. Anyways,
well, now that we're about to end the show, shout out to the General Grievous 19. Hello there.
oh,
Yeah.
the General Grievous 19. Is that my little brother? Probably not.
Hope you're doing well. I like the thumbnail too. That's Raven from Teen Titans.
Raven, don't get me started. All right, we'll have to do another ranking at some point of something else that we're gonna put on Patreon for our select viewers.
Oh snap.
Uh, uh.
Yeah, maybe we'll put up the full watch party on our Patreon. How about
Oh
that,
my
YouTube?
gosh.
Take
Yeah,
that.
take that. Yeah.
Yeah, eat it.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke at YouTube. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. We're going all
Shove it,
Twitch.
YouTube. Yeah.
We're going all Patreon.
We're going all Patreon,
With our 10
Twitch.
fans, we're going all Patreon.
Guess what? Millions of dollars we're gonna be raking in. Sue
Yep.
us. Do it. Try me. Okay.
Yeah.
Tom's like, don't say that.
Take that, Google.
Take
All right.
Oh, you lost me.
Good
I'm
show.
off track. We're off topic. Things are
Good
happening.
show.
Dom said he wanted to wrap it up with some YouTube trash talk, so we did it. We did it.
Dude, is there a new Game Changers? Have I already seen it? I think I've already seen it. All right.
Yeah, I already saw it.
Anyways.
Wait, did you? What was it? Basic synopsis.
The dynamics there. Yeah, like
the dynamics broke big time. Birthday party. Big time. Not big time with Nick and my boy, Alex. Nick and Alex tight. I'm happy about that, but they're also teasing me with
almost a little too tight, you know what I'm saying? But
I don't know if we're feeling this way.
That's some stereo.
Smokes.
That's some stereo talk right there, though.
He's going off. Yeah,
that's some stereo theorizing right there.
Not PG-13. Dom's going down different roads here. We're figuring it out.
Those dynamics. I don't
know.
They're doing a little too good. A little.
You
too
think
good.
so?
Yeah, it's not Gilmore Girls, man. They're getting too crazy.
What do you mean? I need to know like a percentage wise, like a 70-30, you think? That fast?
Oh, over 70.
Oh, you think over 70-30? Holy
people have no idea what we're talking about. It's so funny.
No, it's fine. Let them be. They're not even listening on YouTube. Screw you. I mean,
all right.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Okay, Tales of the Jedi, guys. Check it out. Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Check it out.
Videos to be coming.
And we'll be back on the YouTube.
Back on the grind. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back on the grind soon. All right. We'll catch you guys later.
Adios.